Hey guys, what's going on? This video is going to be a little different than what I normally make. Not that I really have a huge fan base anyway or anything, but I think it's good to, we live in the digital age, so we're going to make shit, fuck it. I think we're reaching the point of reckoning as a society. This has been on my mind a lot recently. I've seen a lot of people talking about a lot of different stuff, just about society and about the state of things in life and whatnot. And I've been feeling it too. I've been thinking a lot about a lot of stuff. I'm still pretty young. I don't want to get too much into personal details or anything, but I'm still pretty young and I'm doing pretty good for my age. I'd think. I own a house. I have a shop with a lot of tools and some nice things, but something's still not right here. And I think that a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people are struggling right now. I know that for sure. But I think that overall, things are going pretty good in my life, but something's just not right here. Between society and the way things are going, there's constant tension. Really overwhelming. I think societal anxiety is a very real thing. I think a lot of people struggle with that, and they might not realize it. Looking for my big impact gun here. Can't seem to find it yet. Oh wait, there it is. But life's hard, and COVID messed a lot of things up. It graduated in 2020. I didn't even get to walk across the stage, which is whatever, is 6 years ago now. It hasn't felt like 6 years, and that's interesting, and COVID did a lot of things to a lot of people. But I guess where I'm going with that is I think a lot of people are starting to realize the gravity of the world and everything going on and the past. And I think I want to start making some videos just talking about life and kind of my thoughts and my feelings. I think it's a good outlet for a lot of people, and I think it could be a good outlet for me too. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to make a video just, saying that, and maybe I'll make more, maybe I won't, we'll see. If I can plug this plug in, maybe we'll get somewhere with these brakes. But yeah, it's kind of all I really have to say right now. But I imagine that if you're watching it this far, you're probably feeling a similar type of way, maybe thinking about some stuff, some life choices you've made, or just the state of things in the world it's crazy. It's really crazy. It's overwhelming. The advancement of technology is just, everything's there. It's always just there. Everything, the good, the bad, the everything. And that's a really overwhelming thing. And I don't think humans were designed for that. It's 19 millimeter or 3/4. But with our phones constantly in our faces, and you can't live life without a phone these days. Not that I'm really even that old, but I remember growing up as a kid, the computer was there. You had to get on the computer if you wanted to be on the internet. I was lucky to grow up in a house where my parents are older. They're in their 60s now, and that's another tough thing to deal with. I'll probably make a separate video about that. But the computer was a place where you'd get on and then you'd get off, and that was kind of it. And then smartphones started becoming a thing, And I need to organize my sockets here. This is pretty bad, actually. Um, you know, but the internet was a place you left, and now it's just there. And in most cases, you can't live life without it. And that's something that's kind of, in my mind, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's tough to say. But I do know one thing is we have not, I don't think humanity has evolved enough yet to really cope with that. And really understand the gravity of that. And that's kind of it. It's overwhelming. It's a lot to take in. And I think in terms of society, it's questionable whether or not how healthy that's been for everyone. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I just had to say it. You know, I think a lot of people are starting to realize a lot of things, and that's something I've kind of been thinking about a lot recently. Can't even find this socket. I'm too wrapped up. That's not good either. Look at that, losing focus. That's another thing. People are losing focus because there's just so much shit going on. Just a lot, and that's hard to take in and deal with. But we're neither here nor there, I suppose. But yeah. Anyway, kind of running out of stuff to talk. I don't want to just make rambling stuff while you watch me dig for a socket that I can't even find. Should just grab a 3/4 actually, so I know exactly where that is. See, look at that. Need to get some organizers. That's not good. Still, I just moved into this house not too long ago, about 6 months ago, I'd say. Actually, a 12 point's bad to use on lug nuts. Just moved into this house recently, and I bought this toolbox. Got a really good deal on this toolbox. I'm also going to make some more car content, I think is good, as I work on things and fix things and whatever. But I got this toolbox, and it came with a ton of stuff. I paid $1,500 for it. It's a really nice Husky, and it came with a bunch of stuff. The dude was super cool. I got all of these. I have a couple of these. I had a couple mismatched socket sets that were mine beforehand. I left a lot of stuff at my parents' too. I moved into this house from my parents' place with my wife, and so I had just a bunch of crap that some of it I've bought, some of it I've collected, hand-me-down type stuff. But this box came with a ton of stuff, a ton of sockets. This really nice like axle nut socket set. Came with a ton of extensions. I have pretty much every extension I can really need at this point. I'll probably end up, I mean, you can never have too many tools, right? But yeah, this toolbox came with a ton of stuff, a ton of wrenches. It came with a lot of standard stuff, unfortunately, which standard wrenches are here. Came with a lot of standard stuff, which is fine, but obviously, if you're in the mechanic world, you know that metric is kind of the new standard. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna be making some more stuff soon, kind of shaking it up. Maybe some how-to stuff, some documenting of, you know, how things are going on vehicles, and maybe some construction stuff too. I don't know. My actual job that I go to every day is, I'm a contractor, so I do a lot of remodeling and stuff like that. Completely lost focus of what I was doing here. Might end up pre-recording some videos and then just doing audio over it, just so I can make more engaging stuff here instead of turning a camera and rambling and, you know, whatnot. But anyway, that's kind of it for today. So I guess if you're thinking about a lot of stuff, at the end of the day, I do want to say this. If you're thinking about a lot of stuff, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're not the only one. There's, you know, I'm doing good or bad, regardless of how you're doing in life. Financially stressed, or financially good, or socially bad, or socially good, or however you're doing. I understand. I feel it too. I think I wouldn't say it's COVID psychosis, but I would say that COVID is partly to blame for a lot of the way things are now. It's hard coming to terms with the new normal, I suppose. So anyway, I'm going to end it here. Might make more later. I don't know. We'll find out. If you like it, give a like, give a sub. And that's kind of it. Maybe we'll have some therapy here.